not Sunday, but Boss Mommy Monday. And today we're getting into this head of mine. As you can see, I need a retwist. So that's what we're going to be working on. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so products and tools that we're going to need today are, for starters, a rag, a cleanser of your choice, either witch hazel or alcohol, clips, alligator clips, hold your hair in place, or if clips don't really work well for you, you could just use some ponytail holders. If you like, keep those parts nice and straight. Clips, okay? These are double prong pin curl clips. Just really important, the pin curl clips. They have so many different types of clips out there. They do have ones that look just like these that have kind of like a gap in the middle, but those are for like roller sets. So I would really suggest the pin curl clips because they lay everything down flat and you won't have to worry about the bulkiness of the other clips. A spray bottle, and gotta have that product. So the product to use is completely up to you. I know when it comes to me deciding what I'm going to use for myself or for my client, I usually take into account the texture of their hair, which is really important. If they have, for example, really soft curly hair or even fine hair, you don't want to use anything that's too heavy because it could definitely weigh their hair down and can interfere with the locking or budding process, which we don't want. So there's so many different products out there these days. They have millions of different locking style gels. You could even use natural products like shea butter or oils, or even if you want to keep it real simple, some eco styler will be okay. But it's all up to you. As long as that thing is laid down, you'll be good to go. Step one, let's cleanse our scalp, okay? So my locks are pretty fresh. I've had them for about 3 months now. So for the ones who are thinking about getting locks, or you just started out with your locks, rule number one, no shampooing. You don't want to shampoo your hair simply because your locks are so fresh that they could easily slip out. Not wash your hair, honey, or it will come out and your stylist will not be happy. And or if you are the stylist, you will not be happy if you shampoo somebody's hair with fresh locks because you will have to do an install all over again. And who has time for that? Not I. So yeah, my locks are pretty fresh. So a lot of people ask, like, what made me want to get locks? And the simple answer is, I don't have time to do my hair anymore. Like, I've been natural for maybe 4 or 5 years now. So I've had my fun with doing all the different stylings, making sure my curls were popping, trying out different products. But now I'm going into another phase of life where I have a whole nother person to take care of. So my hair is pretty much going to be the last thing on my to-do list. So as you can see, I'm just getting up in there. Pretty much the same technique as you would do for a shampoo, just really focusing on lifting up that product from the scalp. I like to go down the full lock when it comes to cleansing mine because not shampooing your hair for weeks at a time could cause a little bit of a smell, and that's not cute, honey. So we're getting all of that out. Because just think about it. I mean, you sweat during the day, at night, when you're taking a shower, even if you have a shower cap on, that moisture is going to get in there. Step one, down. On to step two. Whenever somebody does my hair, they're like, girl, I swear you have a million locks in your head. And I'm like, I know. And shout out to my boss, Control Perry. He hooked me up and did my install. So, and I told him I wanted them small. Like, this is about as small as you should probably go when it comes to regular traditional palm roll locks. I get asked all the time if I have sister locks. No, these are not sister locks. Sister locks would be maybe 2 to 3 times smaller than this, and you have to keep in mind that they're still fresh, so over time they could like plump up a little bit once they start to bud, which means like harden up and get stiff. So no, they're not sister locks, they're just super small. So since I have a million of them, I'm gonna go ahead and section them off so that it'll make it a little bit easier to get through them. And boom. So I have my 2 front sections, and then I have my back section. So like I said, I'll just be able to get through them a little bit easier. I won't have just locks all over the place. And it's always good to keep your space nice and clean and neat. So now we're going to get to twisting them. Alrighty guys, we're on to step 3, which is the actual retwisting process. And I have done most of my head because, as I told you guys before, I have like a million locks. So, and once you see the technique once, it's like you do the same thing all over the rest of the head on each lock. So, there's no point in making it a 3-hour video when we don't have to. So, I have my subsection out right here. It's just the next row that I'm working on to retwist. So we're gonna start by saturating it a little bit. The water just makes the hair a little bit more like pliable and easier to move and get through. And we're gonna take a little bit of our product. And when I say little, I mean little. Because this is a place where a lot of people go wrong. They put a whole bunch of product on there, so then it just causes product buildup. Like you'll be able to see the product down the rest of the lock, and it doesn't keep it as nice and neat. So you want to take a little bit of product. Like that's probably even too much. I might not even use all of that, but I'm just going to lightly dab on that whole row. And see, I still have a little bit of product left, so I'm just put that at the top of my container, so I'll use that for the next row. So I'm just going to section out this one lock. Twist it, and you want to always make sure that you're rotating to the right or clockwise or whatever you want to call it. So we're just going to karate chop this thing. Take it in between the middle of your palms and just slowly twist down. See that? There we go. And then you just clip it into place and secure it down. There's no need to have one clip per lock. Like that kind of depends on how big your locks are or how small or long they are and the best way to secure them, but you don't need one clip per lock. That's just a lot. So I'm going to show you again, and we're going to place the lock in between your palms, rotate to the right, and you want to make sure you have it at a downward angle so it lays down, and because positioning is really important as well. Moving right along, just kind of trying to feel for it, make sure where the part is. And we are going to keep one hand stationary, and the other hand is what you're going to use to roll the lock down. So just like that, rolling it down, and it should take about just one roll. If you have a lot of new growth or it is a really fresh lock, you may have to do more than one to get it down. And one thing I will say for clients that are watching this, it is really helpful if while you're in between getting your retwist done, you kind of go through your hair and like separate it even if you're not, you know, getting your retwist done that day, if you're just chilling and it's been a few weeks, go ahead and just kind of pull your locks apart, just separate them, run your fingers through them, because if not, it could cause like cobwebs where your hair will, that new growth will try to find somewhere to go and your hair will just stick together, and that could be a little stressful during the maintenance process, especially if it's been a long time. It could prolong the service, and we just want to make sure we keep things nice and healthy. So the less pulling apart we have to do, the easier it is for your stylist. I'm just kind of throwing that out there. Alright, so last one I'm going to really show you. I'm going to take a little bit more product. This one feels a little dry, but you can't even see the product on my hand. That's how little I have. And we're just going to retwist down all that product. All that new growth right there. So hold it at a downward angle. Put it between your palms. And karate chop that thing. And then clip. And secure. So we are finished with step number 3, and step number 4 would usually be to sit in their dryer. I know like Sally's has the, like you always get a hooded dryer for the house if you're not in a salon, or they have the ones that you can kind of plug up to your blow dryer. Had one of those, don't really know what happened to it, so I personally just let mine, when I do it myself, which has only been twice now, I just let it air dry. So this is the finished product as far as the retwist goes. And the major thing to step number 4, which is letting it dry, you want to make sure it dries thoroughly, like it is dry, because if not, then that could cause it to not set and unravel, and it will make your retwist not last as long. So we just want to get the most out of our retwist, so we want to make sure that we let it dry completely. I know the dryer is such a terrible place to be, but you'll get through it. You're strong. So, lastly, I found that one of the best ways to prolong your retwist is to style it. The style just helps to keep it contained, so you're not moving your locks constantly by playing in your hair or even sleeping. So we're gonna put my hair up in a style today. We'll see how this turns out. It's my first time doing a style on myself, and we always know that the back is kind of the hardest to maneuver, but we're gonna get it done. Alrighty, we are all finished up and styled and retwisted. So, last and final step, spray a nice oil of your choice. We actually sell this at the salon. We have many different fragrances. This is my favorite, the Honey and Shade. It smells so good. So we're just gonna oil it. Not only for good scalp health, but to just keep your style looking nice and fresh, or your retwist looking nice and fresh. like a little baggage. So I left this part out. And alright guys, thanks for watching. You already know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next time. Bye.